Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and evening and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host from Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Amilly Fields. In the north it is TarNationZ, fighting for the British Army, the Commonwealth, the Guards Army Division here with Royal Engineer, Royal Artillery and Mobile Assault, featuring triple infantry section bulletins. Versus the south it is Oziligath, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, rolling out here with the 1 and 7th Panzer Brigade with Jaeger Infantry, featuring ambush training, Jaeger Light Infantry upgrades, Jaeger Command Squads, the Light Artillery Barrage and the Stuka Close Air Support, with machine gun, Panzerfaust and pack bulletins. Also, big hearty thanks to Rick for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to you, Rick, and a big thanks to my Patreon supporters, these champions, these heroes, who also keep me in the business alongside this wonderful Rick. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon or just donate. Links in the description. Any support that, of course, makes me very happy and, of course, keeps the propaganda flowing. So, big thanks there again. I'll let you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. That also helps me out. Perhaps not quite directly, but, it helps. So, you can do that as well. Anyways, Pioneers rushing east for the eastern field point here. MD42 continues following up here as Oziligath leads the way there for the 1 and 7th Panzer Brigade. University on the way there for TarNationZ. Sandbags here, and possibly over there. No sandbags. We do get some sandbags by the eastern field point there from Oziligath. Machine gun in there. Gunleaders keeping at the front line, ready to at least slow down any British advance, giving the MD42 more time to react, and the Pioneers similarly. More Gunleaders there for Oziligath and more sections for TarNationZ. University rolling straight through the centre here for TarNationZ. Basil galloping right past behind me. University rolling ahead. Got the Bren gun there mounted in the little front. Got the second gun squad moving westwards. State advance here, then Pioneers the Gunleaders. MU42 there remains defensive here, at least a bit further behind us. Oziligath obviously wants to keep it close to the front line, but he also wants to be careful it doesn't get outmaneuvered by the British. And just as they might be able to catch the University get its moves. A bit awkward, but there you go. Gunleaders versus the University there. Pioneers winning. They could flank it, and Portugal also there to go get some shots, and they're doing some light damage there to the Nation's University Care. Got the point up here. Third section moving out there for Nation's base. Pioneers moving up the centre here. Gunleaders move still up in the west, which will encounter the section there. Third Gunleaders squad there for Oziligath and the 1 and 7th Panzer Brigade. MD42 there, moving in to support the Pioneers. Bit of skirmishing there. Gunleaders squad remains static in the east. Oziligath has spread him out, I think, perhaps a bit too thin here in the early game, but the British, that is a bit of a tricky situation. Since the Gunleaders tend not to fare too well in most one-on-one engagements with the infantry sections, for example, so it's a bit tricky there for Oziligath. It's a bit tricky. Okay, at the same time, heading off against a British head-on, it's not great either. Typically, you want to use the machine gun support there. Some players like to use the sniper because of that, since that way you can sort of, negate the infantry sections being semi-bulletproof effectively. Fourth section there for TarNationZ. British Army are really adding some infantry to this engagement in this particular part of northern France. They're going to get caught with the infantry again. Yeah, every armor exposed, allowing the infantry doing a lot of damage here actually. Though it wasn't able to finish it off. He could consider upgrading the MD42 with some ambush camouflage. That's a very good upgrade. Tech there for Oziligath as well. We got tech as well here for TarNationZ on the way. Ambush machine guns, quite good. It is also one of my personal favourite ways of countering snipers if the opponent goes for them. There's something very satisfying in catching them with an ambush MG42. And he does that, the ambush training. Thumbs up there. Can also work on Gunleaders. Remember to upgrade either G33s or with the light machine gun. Either basically works. Gunleaders being shot to for the section. Infantry up in the section as well there. Slow advance in the west. So far, Oziligath's opening here is definitely not quite a blitzkrieg maneuver there. That's going to leave the British stunned. And that's going to be upgrade the Vickers K. Definitely getting some pressure there to Oziligath. Pioneers retreating. Definitely needs to get down and can't deal with that. Possibly multiple to also have a chance against the EC that's going to flop. It's that I need to lay down talon mines here and there, but that will of course mean the Gunleaders don't get upgraded. So there's certainly a lot of concentration for Oziligath in the early game. He has to sort of make a decision. There you go, ambush popping up here. Worth noting again, the ambush bonus and the first strike bonus, basically 5 seconds there roughly with increased accuracy, which against unit out in the open can be quite effective. In particular, as the snipers at the right range can be really effective. Combined by with ambush camouflage with Saint Senior runs later on, and you can actually really do some serious harm to your opponent if you coordinate it correctly, though. Setting that up is a bit trickier, but very satisfying. Section never looking at these, being slowly whittled down there. Infantry routes the fellows there. Back here, like to mechanize company up there for Oziligath. In the center section, moving up there. We've got the 2-2 armored convoy for Oziligath. He like to punch his beer wagon. Second was going to be is here. Then just keep firing back. They almost got these in fuel pump. This is definitely going to give TarNation, I think, a very strong early mid game here with so much fuel. He's going for these C-Mat 3 already. Oziligath will need pack 40s. That is going to be a lot of cards there. Going between G42 was the universal character. He wasn't expecting that. And again, another advantage of the ambush machine gun, sometimes you just result in your opponent getting into like effective range of machine gun as well, which can again be quite effective in certain cases. I mean, general ambush training is just, or ambush camouflage is just a handy little ability, upgrade for your units. And in particular, I just find it also just extends the, the life of an enemy approach in the battlefield, because again, it just means you've got more initiative with the machine gun, which typically is a huge help. That's holding up, pick on this one straight to the universal carrier there. East side of the armored car pursuing. Armored car results out for the British, meaning Oziligath 2-2 is likely not going to last long. It could happen though, but there's also a good chance the AC just runs it straight down and murders it.
One extra soldier to add to infantry squads now.
Sections brokers there for TarNation, adding further firepower there, durability, but also manpower upkeep in the longer run. Oziligath will need to pack 40 before it goes for anything else here. Of course, it could try and go for the command squad, but there you go. Pants up the Cannon 40. Got is being added there with the LMG 42. AC Mat 3 rushing forward here, crashing through the fences, and perhaps crushing an occasional squirrel. Stay careful, chaps. You've heard the Americans have had troubles with squirrels in these parts of France. So watch out. You might lose more than just a nose. Pack 40 almost done there for Oziligath though. He's in start MD42 got the point there. When he's grabbed the point there. Pants up the Cannon 40 ready. So far the 2 is alive. We should of course see if this can last much longer. Armored car pursuing, going straight forward. You could well use sprint here to ambush the not ambush, but you rush for the armored car, take it out there with a large pack 40 to finish it off there. Sprint by the way, really good ability as well. Again, very well looked. Again, for some landing troops, you can suddenly like rush up to an armored car, or you can back to the Panzerfaust. It's actually quite good. It also is great with stuff like Panzer Grenadiers or Stormtroopers, which is one reason I also like Encirclement, because sprinting Stormtroopers is great, unless you're the opponent. In which case, your appreciation of highly mobile assault infantry may not be quite as ardent. Yeah, remember, use sprint if you have it. It's really good. Yeah, of course, don't use it willy-nilly, but, use it. Armored car being fixed up. No panzers yet here for Oziligath from the Jaeger command squad. So far, Ralph grenade there, but still, Oziligath starting here with the TarNation. British early game tends to be very strong with the Wehrmacht. Which again, the section just easily overpowering the Grenadiers. And if they blob up, they can even technically deal with an MD42 head on. Again, ambush training can sort of help there, since again, you can sort of slightly more dictate that engagement at the very least. Bunker up there for Oziligath. Armored car sitting out once more. AC, they're already back at base, being repaired, but at least it gives the armored car more chance to put pressure on the TarNation, which is by going for rolling near, so opening up for flamethrowers. Also the designate command vehicle ability, got vehicle repairs, the 9.75 inch flame mortar support ability, and the demolition specialist ADRE. Right there off there, misses. Armored car straight for the section east here. Could just flank them, of course, so it gets more damage in there. So once more, TarNation's in a really strong position. Please rather armor, and I think Oziligath will down the road before he's got for another pack 40, because his chance of getting out armor at any sort of decent pace, I think, is going to increasingly be very slim. And he may actually have to rush out the Stug as well. But we shall see about that. But whatever the case, I do think you should go for Jaeger command squad. Armor car move here. Pack 40 is sort of nearby, but not quite in position either. I think what he should try and do is actually try and get behind the AC right now with the Grenadier squad so he can Panzerfaust it, but okay. Oh, again, at least you could sprint Panzerfaust it. Again, sprint Panzerfaust is surprisingly effective because most players aren't used to the Wehrmacht players, playing with Doctrine with sprint lately, and or for that matter, than actually using it. I need to see players going for stuff like Jaeger Infantry the average VR player will only go for it for the Jaeger command squad and the artillery, or maybe the super close air squad, for some neglect the sprint ability. Which again is really silly. It's good. But there you go, Jaeger command squad with the Oziligath. Section being hammered out in the end with the armored car and the MD-42. Guffey and Relentless 495. There we go, finally Panther and the Universal Carrier. Armored car rushing 40. Pretty risky there that set the Pack 40 getting swarmed here by the sappers might be involved in, but at the same time could backfire. Yeah, command coming in there, could try and sprint Panther fast. But, guess Oziligath is not a big believer in the sprint Faust. Yeah, command squad second close. That should be a win for the command squad. Hopefully. This was the Universal armored car here. South being shot to bits. I've been repairing it up. Section there routed by the command squad. MD-42, they've actually two kills. Got the Eastern Fuel Point again. Could consider taking up soon, though, of course, going for a Pentagon in sport now, but also be handy. Section of gun east was the sappers, shouting forwards, then falling up eastwards there. Armored car more or less good to go here for Oziligath. Sappers around the gun these up close, they're already heavily damaged. A lot of action. We get 266 plus 495 though. Big lead here for TarNationZ so far over Oziligath. Big lead. Section caught by the MD-14 in the command squad, taking a lot of damage here. Pinned down to the ground like insects. Back here, no tech yet for TarNationZ. That's certainly a bit small relief there for Oziligath. Not that we'll be able to do anything with it right away, but still, you know. It does mean in terms of timings, he may not be quite as super smooth for, say, like a fast medium tank, which, you know, always helps the opponent. Sappers there, or Pioneers being shot here, but the second one is moving up there, no upgrades for them yet. Troops reinforcing healing. Overall situation for the government remains, well, a tenuous proposition. TarNationZ, the British Army, continues to dominate the fields and control the roads and the railways there. Definitely a dangerous situation for Oziligath, and does need to, like, you know, establish, I think, a more secure set of front lines and do something to, like, put more pressure on TarNationZ than it currently is. Honestly, I think you might want to, like, switch northwards. Like, I think that's a much more secure front line compared to this one, which I think is a bit more awkward. Though I may be wrong there. Go back to rolling ahead. 7 kills in the armored car, not too shabby there. Still no tech from him, but we do get tech for TarNationZ now, meaning the Cromwell is not going that far off, so Chinese will likely be smooth. Surface round the Grenadiers. Back forward ready there. Quick smokes in there, good response to the TarNationZ. But we still get an attack round from the back forward line to shoot through the smoke. That was a good chance we could have missed this, and attacking ground through smoke, and like that, for example, just decreases the accuracy naturally. So it is less accurate, and so there's more chance of fouling out. 9 kills in that universal carry, the armor car moving in, sweeping in a few extra shots. We got 214, this is 495. Section moving up here, east side as well. Yeah, come up in the center there, catching the south, switching up the AC Mark III. Ooh, he's trying to still repair it, he's not paying attention. Oh wait, got a kill there. Section advancing for the British Army. No some upgrades further there from TarNationZ, no Bren guns or grenades. Up close section right, the other section suppressed. You see the armor covering the section there. Slow advance on the western field point, good work there by Oziligath. Can't go for the Cromlin, there he goes. Good work there by TarNationZ. Solid British pressure, section routed. Almost, there we go. On western field. Got the centre victory point. Finally stopping the bleeding, actually starting to very slowly beat out his opponent. And we got the Cromwell almost done there for TarNationZ. And that will definitely add further pressure since he's always got the investigator and the AC, adding a medium tank. It's going to be much tougher for Oziligath to handle all of these components. He is finally starting to take up himself, in fact, has tactic with Supplement Corps, and could consider rushing out Stu to respond to all of this. I think the Stu, well handled, could prove to be a significant wrench or spanner in TarNationZ works. So trying to the command squad, get a bit of ambush damage as well, further enhancing the lethality of the command squad since they just start with the ambush camouflage bar, right? You don't need to upgrade it there. None upgraded on the infantry yet here. The Oziligath and the light machine gun gears. Those were the one you can make no sense on. Separate thing engagement is in the armored car. AC moving as well. The Pack 40 is nearby to support though. And we got the American on the west here, and we got the Cromwell rushing 40 for the nation. A lot of armored vehicles here for the nation, and some significant pressure there to Oziligath. They really make it difficult to deal with this. Armored cars likely to go down to Cromwell. Pack 40 is also in a very bad place.
Enemy forces are securing our territory. Ready for anything.
There we go. Pack isolated more or less in the center command because hold up against the British on the west side. MD42 fine. Oh, Glenn is fine away. The MD42 is not quite yet. But could go for that. Pack there is about to get wiped out. No sign of armor or further entertainment here from the Oziligath. You must go push back. Jaeger command will being the section out in the open again. They're not getting the car bonus. The Jaeger command is very tough there. Pack crew cleared out. Got a spawn crop there for Oziligath. Very good. Gonna destroy that Pack 40. He should destroy him. There we go. Central response there by TarNationZ. You don't want your opponent running off or running back with that Pack 40. And there's no chance you're going to go over. There you go. He makes a rush. He actually sprints. He uses sprint just to get to the Pack 40. Thumbs up there to Oziligath and even Pantherfast the Cromwell here. Good work there. Turn the tables on it. But there you go. We got the Flame Inch mortar support here. Probably not expected to cut the Pack 40 again, destroy it, but just to give his armor time and to escape this suddenly sticky situation. Sprint saves the day. My lord, the Germans! They're trained in athletics. What rot! That's not cricket. No one told me the Germans could run. Forwards. I thought they were like the French, only capable of running backwards. Or the Italians, only capable of running to the other side. Well, Terence, you see, that's what you get for having a very narrow mindset as to German culture and military doctrine. You managed to kill its ace level up for suppressive fire. Panther 4 almost done here. So I would have recommended a Stug, but you know, I mean, in my case, I'd recommend a Stug for a lot of situations. Ties a mother-in-law, Stug. Issues with the bank, Stug. Issues with your Polish neighbour, Stug. Or French neighbour, Czechoslovakian neighbour, Dutch neighbour. You get the idea. Anyways, Panther on the way there for Oziligath. Coming forward, engaging Gunleaders, good hit there. West side here, Gunners with that section there. Looking still a bit rough for Oziligath. The Panther does provide him with some ways of slightly alleviating, but he's set behind the victory point. He start hitting TarNationZ very hard here. And I mean very hard. For instance, the sections. There are no grenades here though for TarNationZ. In fact, oh, he got wiped there by the light machine guns. Cromwell down to half health, Panther getting stunned up. AC then quickly escapes, helping force a flamethrower. Jaeger multiple there, pushing him back. 16 kills, ace level. True heroes of Deutschland. Going for more pioneers to assist repairs. That's a very good idea there by Oziligath. The ultis get the machine gun back in action. Need to upgrade that remaining Gunleader squad, and you know, at some point upgrade them all with the ambush camouflage. Again, it does add some nice damage. Meanwhile, TarNationZ, they got the second Cromwell almost done here, giving a significant armoured advantage. And he's got to have two Cromwells plus the AC to back it up, and even the universal carrier. I mean, that is a rather large vehicular advantage. The rest of the units coming out, they're pushing back the Gunleaders there. We got 131, so 471. Pack shoots and misses the shot, sweeping right past the armoured car crew, leaving them quite shocked. Grabbing the points there. Cromwell setting out. Route it. Good hit there. Almost got the universal carrier. Good hit there. The American they're rushing force heavily damaged. Could possibly now I can't deal with that. Crumbling force as well. Pack force trying to deal with that. Tense defensive position here for Oziligath. If TarNationZ breaks it, this could very well be it. But no, he holds the line mostly. Pushing back here, TarNationZ. Oh, the pack got wiped out though. Scheiße. Armored car there, about to knock off the AC. Didn't get the Mascara again. That's it. TarNationZ is running a bit of infantry. That's a small one, I would suppose, for Oziligath, though. Not much of a consolation, continues leading out victory point very fast. Fixing up that, going back that pack 40. Gear command squad continues moving up as well. Sabres then, easy targets for the Jaeger command squad. Pack 40 up as well there. Eastern point being grabbed here. I mean, barely any map control left here for Oziligath. Again, the only sort of real advantage right now he has to exploit is the fact that it's TarNationZ short in infantry. Also, he's retreating most of his forces, so he could launch a counterattack to at least gain some ground and get it back these 2 victory points. Takes out the armored car there. 20 kills, quite good. It definitely lasts a lot longer than I figured it would. Again, the AC just typically ends up being a death sentence for it, but Oziligath's done quite a good job keeping the line, actually getting quite a few kills in there on TarNationZ. So, thumbs up there. Let's see what goes for next. Though Stu again could be an idea. The more Panzer IVs could certainly also work out. As for TarNationZ, he could flop with just more Cromwells. He could also try and take out for Comets, Churchill tanks. That most coming in head here, 16 kills. Still, not a lot of fuel here. Again, tons of fuel for TarNationZ. Tons of fuel for the British and none for the Germans, at least comparatively less. Yeah, command squad hiding out there. Feel like he should be slightly more active. Pack M42 there opening up. Good hit from the pack 44. We've got the Moscow. One more shot and it's down and oh, misses. But there you go. We do get the sprint Faust. And he does get the Investigator finally after so long. Oziligath is finally able to put a rest on TarNationZ. I imagine is finally, heartbroken and lost his Investigator. A valiant loss for the British Empire. And just good old sort you from the Germans. Cromwell rushing 40, 2 kills, veterans 1 kill on the armored car there. Armored car the once more escapes. Pack Lancer return hit there as well. Got the Panther moving in, they can try and fight the Cromwell. Guess he's setting up another Panther 4 here. And we do get hammer tactics there for TarNationZ. That's going to be the Comet then.
Hammer tactics are on the way. We're going to give the enemy a bloody nose.
Good from the pack 40 and the Cromwell. Cromwell flanking the other pack 40 there. Shots fired. More packs there surrounding the Cromwell. They're doing heavy damage to leaving TarNationZ taking a bit of a tight spot.
Ready for anything. Where do you want us?
Back reinforcement healing. Back here reinforcement healing as well there. Can go for another Panther 4 now he wants to. Seconding Hunger the Panther 4. Shot fired. That's a very late report there. Yeah, come on, got the section there. Not worth noting. If you do all of them to hold fire, then tell them to not hold fire. They will not trigger their ambush bonus bar. You have to if you want to do that, you have to use what typically do is attack order move on them, so that way attack, then they get the ambush bonus. Then you also tell them to again not hold fire. But you just tell them to just open fire, fire with that one. They will not trigger it. It's a bit of a weird thing there going on. You either got them, fire freely at all times. You're gonna do that again. You gotta manually order them to attack so they can trigger it. Panther 4 on the way there. Stand ambush camouflage on the Gundiers. Section looking up there. TarNationZ could of course go here for the. Okay, he's going for the Aviator. I would have recommended the Comet first, but the Aviator is going to put some pressure on the anti-tank guns and the infantry. And is basically a better Sturmtiger with the turret. And a lot of field weaknesses. Plus more health. Can you seem to command vehicle? Neato. Could have done that sooner obviously as well, but oh well. Heavy running forward. Pack 4 is about to get hammered there by the 290mm petard mortar. Got it, and the Jaeger command point and bolts bit dust that convoy shooting in there. Could destroy pack 4 then. Finally get it to rest. Missed. Rubbish like that. Shoots and misses again. Coming the other column to flank and do the job, I suppose. Shot bounced off the Churchill Aviary's front llama. Finally got that pack 4 destroyed, denying it to Oziligath. East side to get the pen point back up the armoured car. They're flanking the Jaeger, pushing him down to half health. Very good there, very good. Good some aim support on the west side there. Cromwell to move up their machine in trouble. In the fight, got the AC as the Grenadiers take to try and Panther Faust with a sprint Faust. Second shot bits out in the open. Second round, the armoured car Panther 4 tearing into them. A relentless torrent of fire there. And we got the Cromwell. Sappers and Cromwell need to go very quickly before the Panther 4 trying to get a lucky shot, then wipe it all out. So we got a good shot off there. Killed 2 sappers with 1 hit. They're ready to fire again, but it's heavily damaged. West side here section versus a lot of goodies in the command squad. And we got the 6 gun here for TarNation. Obviously need some more entertaining here was the Germans. Almost got the section there.
We're ready for orders.
6 gun for TarNation.
Ready to set a command vehicle and call in recon.
And we got Oziligath going for Stug 3G. 2 thumbs up.
The AT gun you ordered is ready.
Panther 4 falling back. Stug almost done. When almost done, it's just almost begun. Guess we might see a comment next here for TarNation.
Ready to move out. Ready.
Smoke off there.
Shape and Bristol fashion.
Stug almost done.
Ready for travel.
There we go. Sturmgeschütz 3, Ausführung G. Gefechtsbereit. Got 94 to 3 and 7. Oziligath seems to have seen us as quite nice. Again, the issue with TarNation basically all the infantry losses he suddenly suffered, which really left him in a lurch here versus Oziligath. I mean, was able to keep his infantry nice and alive. And ooh, the Arsenal is members camouflage with the Grenadiers. 2 thumbs up as well. Can certainly give those extra shots there from the light machine and some extra potentially high burst damage would be really good.
Tank ready and waiting.
£6 gun there, copper the command squad, 17 else of those chaps.
What's the mission?
So TarNation looks like it's about to attack here the lines of the 107th Panzer Brigade. Stu could do, of course, with the pin-out machine gun on top. Grenadiers there, I think. I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do here. They're getting taunted weapons here, but TarNation forces out in the open. Quick retreat there. Moving forwards. Doing a nice hit there on the Cromwell. Very good. Quickly backing off though. Before it takes too much return fire. West side of Cromwell's the Grenadiers, the ambush camouflage. Sadly, not really much use against the tank in that situation. Shot fired there, bounces off the Churchill Aviary's hull. Ooh, moving forward to the Panther 4's flank there. Target with on the Churchill Aviary giving the pack time to get away there. Cromwell's the Panther 4 there, a lot of action. We got the Panther 4 going for defense with some trouble though. Giving the trouble there. Forced the Blitzkrieg away, but likely to lose it here. Unless he gets very lucky, which it seems like it did. I'm going to get the Stug down in help with the Aviary actually. Not entirely sure what's keeping it in there. I guess there's too much going on for him. Panther 4, they're getting him into 2 Aviary. About to shoot it though. Can he get the Panther 4 on time? He does. Heavy hit there. Panther 4 almost knocked out. Crew stunned. Cromwell could finish off their pack. Shoots, misses. Stug falling back here. Could try and blitz, but I think it's too late. He's crumbling in and gets the Panther 4, leaving Oziligath with just 1 Panther 4 and a Sturmgeschütz. Panther 4 number 2 above it almost knocked out as well. Need to be repaired. Stug rushing forwards here. We need to be careful not to blindly charge in. Good hit on the Cromwell there. Needs to get Stuke to the distance here. Supported with some gunnies with a Panther maybe. Armor coming in. Gunnies can transfer in to assist. Oh, face right through the Stuke. Matches to the, I guess, the correct reflip of the Gav. Good hit down the Cromwell. Panther off. Could finish off now here with the Stuke. They'll not want to take out the sample so they don't damage the engine of the Sturmgeschütz. There we go, round it. And the Jaeger commands going to fire from the AV. Misses. Stuke Marine. Shot bounces though, and the Cromwell gets away as well. Other Cromwell nearby. Pack 40 setting up as well. It could take out the Cromwell now. Still misses. Oh, rubbish. But there we go. Pack finishes it off. A small win there for Deutschland. AV rushing forward for the British Empire. Close to the ace level there. Now that match command. It's not a great command vehicle. There goes Stuke gaining mentions one. You pull back the AV command car before it gets knocked out. Back here, Stuke pulling back further. Could go for the Comet soon. As for Oziligath, he could go for another Stuke soon. His Panzer Force fixed up.
Enemy threatening a capture point. Heavy tank awaiting orders.
Smoking down, ADRE setting out. Panther getting Mitchell 2. There's a section, needs to rough them in there. Does. Got a section wipe here in the east, very good there for Oziligath, but a staggering and critical blow here to TarNationZ, who's already suffering a shortage of infantry, which he cannot easily rectify. The also wants out that Comet. Starting to look a bit more bleak here for him, a bit more bleak. Crom rushing forward, so need to be careful doesn't get, say, ambushed by the Stuke or flanked by the Stuke. Got the gunnies. Oh, catching the 6-pounder gun. This is a great opportunity for the gunnies to go for it, and then sending the Stuke to deal with that. If 4 lands a hit, Stuke remains passive. He sends in the Cromwell deeper. Also got the aiming forts here. Quickly scanning away the Grenadiers. Stuke shoot bounces again. Pack hits, gets a good shot in there. Stuke finally gets a pension hit, the half HP2. Another shot from a Pack 40 this time that bounces. Stuke does not. Red touch V2 there. Almost wiped there by the AV, and there you go. Main gun out on the AV, Pack 40, and Stuke lands another pension hit. The Stuke is very close for 2. AV narrowly escapes. Cromwell up there. Very close to the Comet, still taking some time here for TarNationZ and the British Army. West side, he's taking up for the Western Victory Point. We got a Grenadier squad nearby, not with ambush camouflage though. Big shot there. Armored car moving into assist, which is getting armored support there. Stuke could be used to riding the AVRE. Oh, not the AVRE, but the AC. Cromwell in the east. Got easily fueled for the Comet, but the manpowers where things are a bit tighter there for TarNationZ. Panther arrives. Section in trouble there, gonna have to retreat and could get wiped out there. Chance of getting wiped now just went up significantly. So the guy's gonna go for Panther 4 more, I guess. Oh, he's actually playing something from tier 4. Stuke getting it, she almost got that AVRE, almost got it. But backs off. Got 89 with 142. Still no payment machine there on the Sturmgeschütz.
A capture point is being overrun.
Sam's been shot there with the Panther 4 machine guns, getting ripped apart. And these 7 guns going for these 6 wanting to have the common in the section there, could go in the Stuke to assist or the Panther 4. Then stop retreating now, which I suppose is a fair reaction as well. Nothing further going on in the base of Oziligath.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from
Taking the
us.
Stuke with that Cromwell. Sneaky, sneaky. Well, not sneaky in a sense. Shot bounces. That's very lucky there for Oziligath. Nice hit from the Stuke. 6-pounder gun though does penetrate the Stuke's frontal armor there. Flanking the Pack 40 there. That's it from the Pack 40 there, punching right through. We got ace level there on it. Still no heavy pants core there from Oziligath. Or anything out of the Supremo core. We got 89 and 28. Well, he's very close to the Comet there, Mr. TarNationZ. He's very close to the Comet. Stuke receiving some repairs. Got plenty of munitions floating about as well.
Enemy infantry firing, little bastards.
Going for a sprint fast there, by the looks of it. Perhaps now we got the section in caught here, but backed up though by the armoured car. The section that could be a bit more threat here for Oziligath J Command Squad. So we get some rather tangible buffs, but apparently, hard to say that. Also doesn't have the Command Squad isn't entirely committed. Apparently they're still winning due to being ace level. Oh, down to 1 man that can actually fire back. Who's holding up here? Cromwell AV works again. There goes Cromwell for TarNationZ. Thumb up, thumbs up. Nice hit down the Cromwell. The pack 40 AV with the moving in. Stuke is. Where's the Stuke? It's all the way back there.
The gun is not crude, not anymore.
Anti-tank cleared out there. Panther off on that one as well. Stuke finally on the move once more for Oziligath and for Deutschland. Common halfway down there for TarNationZ. We got 89 on the 9. There's wiped out, annihilated by the AV. No survivors. Stuke machine gets good halfway to the ace level there. Halfway. We get there. That'd be huge for Oziligath and a huge problem for TarNationZ. Done for it. Maybe likely not going to survive this encounter with the Storm. She's going for target weak point. Or what's it called? Heat shield now. I keep forgetting that. Which hasn't been buffed yet, but will be buffed, so it actually does full damage rather than half damage when using this ability. There's usually one reason why you don't use this, because besides messing up the reload cycle of the Stuke, it only does half damage for what it also does. Yeah, good hit though, might have sent the Stuke too far though. Might want to know who got the AC, very good there. Air support called in, Stuke racing away there to survive. Panther couldn't even to assist. There you go, air support called in. Oh, lost the Stuke. Tragic loss for Germany. And the Comet escapes for now at least. Got 89 versus 88. Though Oziligath's getting hit. He's also got most of the map now. This is starting to look like a win here for Oziligath. From there getting hammered on the double pack 40s, including one ace with a target weak point just to make sure that tank does not make it back home for 2. And there goes TarNationZ surrenders. A loss for him, a victory for Oziligath, a victory for Deutschland. A nice little find of the Jaeger Command Squad, some rarely utilized abilities. And in fact, he almost had full doctrinal bank, and the only thing he didn't use, I think, was light artillery barrage. So good work there by Oziligath. Good work. So there you go. Hope you got this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, don't tell me. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.